Good morning, dudes. How we doing? We have a nice sunny start to the day. What are we at? Thursday today? No idea. Time is just ticking by. So fingers crossed. House-wise, everything is ticking along as it should be. Mortgage offers in, accepted. Like, we're doing the searches, we're getting stuff done, all of the other bits and bobs all ready to go. We've got communication now openly between the lady's house we're buying and wifey, so they're talking about stuff like she's leaving us a piano because she doesn't want to shift it, and so it's nice because there's that informal discussion between stuff, and obviously we can, you know, figure out good neighbours, bad neighbours, that kind of stuff. You know, just like local knowledge, which can help massively when you're moving into a new place. We've got a Ford C-Max, S-Max in today, first thing. It's got no sound from the stereo, and the parking sensors aren't working. So I've got to do a bit of investigation to see what is going on with that. It's a buddy of mine who runs a car sales business, so I'm guessing it's one of his cars that he's got for sale, but obviously noticed it's got issues, so we need to sort that out. And then I've got a Clio which needs some LED bulbs. He's got normal bulbs in there at the minute, and basically saying that driving at night he's finding it difficult to see where he's going because the lighting is not very good. We discussed, well, he asked about changing headlights, and I basically said no, don't do that, because you'll just end up with some Chinese plastic thing that fogs up all the time. Let's go keep the originals and just change the lighting inside, so you've got, you know, a better vision with a stronger bulb. So that's what we're doing, and then once we finish that, obviously plan on getting more done on Steve's Ford Transit. Oh gosh, I'm so tired. It's a busy ass week. I'll be looking forward to the weekend, hopefully, when everything is done and dusted and I can relax knowing full well that everything is kind of complete. Subscriber wise, we've gone up and down, we've gone up and down, we've gone up and down, and I think we're resting at the minute at about 2574, which is fantastic. Lots more soldiers on the channel. Pressing that button if you haven't, do it. Support the cause, everyone. Power to the masses, as they say. But yeah, so channel's doing good. Lots of interesting videos, lots of interaction, lots of people. It's good. We want more. We always want more. I look at it on the basis that we are getting about a 50% rate of subscribers. So in theory, we have got around about 5,000 to 6,000 people in the channel, but obviously only 2,500, 2,000 are subscribing, and that seems to be the norm across the board. Oh Jesus, come on love, don't just stop. That was close. I was going, she wasn't. But anyway, off to work, get a coffee, start the day as we mean to go on, sitting down on our asses doing nothing. See you soon. Morning, dudes. How we doing? So, stupid lights. There we go. Clio, first in. LED kit. So this has normal bulbs, H7s. He's tried upgrading them to like a bluer filament to try and get more light. We've stuck an LED kit in it, and just for shits and giggles I've also changed the 501s for LEDs as well, because otherwise you've got like a really yellow light here. But they work and they're super bright. This one you can see the heat damage, and the bulb holder collapsed, and I actually made a tool with a bit of sticky blue tack, black blue tack, and managed to fish the bulb out the headlight. What a legend. But this one is now done, so let's have a little try, see what it's like. So we'll go key on. So side lights, So these are now nice and crystal white, as we wanted. He has also got, if you turn off the lights, because it's new enough, the center section becomes a DRL just here. And then, oh, lights come off. There we go. So lights on. Now we've got, oh yeah, super bright LED. Super bright LED. And just to prove a point, look how bad this is. We go full beam. Nope. See how yellow the light is without the LED? When we go full beam, that I think I prefer the crystal white myself. Looks cool. Right, this one's done. Ford has just been dropped off as well. We've got to look at stereo and parking sensors, and then back on with Steve's van. See you in a bit. So we're just testing the sensors first now. The third one in on the left seems a little bit funky, but they are reading. They're just all over the place. The reaction between the car and this is a bit slow, but we are getting data from it, so it's a bit strange. So I'm going to keep investigating. This one seems to be the problem one at 0.38. On we go. Right guys, this is turning into one of them days where I'm on it. So videos are going to be scarce. We might have to make 2 out of this. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so Clio, we've done the headlights. That's gone. Then we had the Ford S-Max in. The radio is the problem. Cleared all the codes down on the head unit. Sorry, cleared all the codes down on the car. PDC is coming through the stereo speakers. That's why there's no parking sensor sound. And I've checked them with the scope on the snap-on. There is feed there. There's just no sound because the head unit's done. So I've jumped back on with this. Here we are. Now, we've made, or I've made, a little box to go in the back of the car. Now, let me just show you this. So this little route here is obviously where he can put in pipework into the seat and have length going that way. So we can't block off this completely. So what I've done is I've built a little pedestal to house the cable underneath and obviously our stuff on top. And then we've got subs all fitted in, boxes built and done. I've got my ins and outs cable here. We've got obviously ignition, live, signal for the Kenwood, which is now on the back of there because I've obviously got a bit of space there. WaveTech's going to go here. So we've got our kind of ins and outs and, you know, speaker feeds into the crossovers off up to the car. We do our connections there, connections here, carpet this thing, and it's good to go. But this is what we're kind of looking at, something like this. I'm just deciding which way round I want stuff, whether I have it, you know, kind of this way or yeah. But I've put a plate of wood across the box and then drilled holes, put some screws in it, and then made the holes underneath even bigger. So actually these are now locators, so you can actually lift this plate out and the whole thing comes out. But once it's in, it's kind of tied in and it's not going to move. But I'm just deciding on kind of which way round we have stuff, you know, that kind of, yeah, I don't know, playing with things. But we are, yeah, nearly there. Now going to do all the connections, get the amp powered up, go to the fuse, do all that stuff, pop the seat in, do my connections up there, get the fascia back in, and then it's basically door panels on and listen. Close, very, very close. I will come back to you in a bit. All right, boys and girls, let me just turn this down. So I literally had my head in the Ford all afternoon. It was lunchtime a minute ago. Now it's not. It's nearly 6. So let me run you up to speed. So I've started basically the wiring. I've done the building. Let's get stuff out of the way. So we have a menage of stuff going on. We have our fuse, power and everything there done, dusted. I'm just starting kind of power in, signal, all that sort of stuff, ready to, you know, live these things up. All of the cables at the bottom. So yeah, just working through the menage of connections here. Once we know where, you know, things are going to go, then we can basically move up to the head unit fit, get those done in the same fashion, and then switch it on and test it. But so far so good, it's coming along and I'm really excited, really happy. But I am Pete, so it's me done for today. There won't be a video tonight. I'll latch it onto tomorrow's day. I just haven't got time. Lots going on. I said I would have my face in the transit van and video would suffer, and this is it. So love you and leave you. I'll see you bright and early in the morning, when hopefully tomorrow, I've got COVID jab tomorrow. Hopefully that doesn't ruin me for the rest of the week. We'll see you soon, guys. Ta-da. Morning, boys and girls. This Friday, 'tis the weekend. 7:17 and it's 13.5 degrees. Sun is out, blue skies are up. A bit cloudy at the minute, but looks like it's going to be a nice day. Got my COVID booster booked in today at lunchtime. Obviously, being on the kind of cancer list, I'm put at more at risk because of the leukemia, so I've got to have a booster. So that's happening at 12 o'clock today. Hopefully that doesn't ruin me. I've had a few now. I think I'm on this will be my fourth. First one I had no symptoms whatsoever, wifey was ill. Second one was second one was trouble. They said to me if you weren't ill on the first one, the second one will be no worries whatsoever. So the second one, wifey was fine, and it took me probably about 3 weeks to get over it. I just felt absolutely rotten for ages. And then the third one, I had not really any symptoms, maybe a day of feeling a bit groggy. That was about it. So if it's on and off and on and off, I'm hoping this one's not going to be a bad one, because I can't be groggy, I can't be tired. I've got to get cars to do, cars to finish. I'm hoping we're going to get the transit van near on completed today. We should manage to get the wiring done and then start putting the door cards back on and kind of setting it up and having a listen to it, making sure everything's good. Really excited to hear it. These new Morel speakers, the Nanos, are just, they look so bizarre. I hope they perform as good as they look. Does that make sense? It would be nice to see. I've managed to crip my neck. If you see me moving like a Dalek, I think I tweaked it yesterday going home, and it was a little bit sore last night, and then it just seemed to get worse. And I tried to sleep in one position and stay in one position with my head supported, and I woke up this morning feeling like I've been hit in the head with a hammer, or the side of my neck with a hammer. It kills. So currently, smell-o-vision in here, I've got what we call deep heat. It's like a warming gel. Yeah, it's proper. It smells like a boys' locker room in my car. But yeah, my neck is really stiff this morning, so I'm going to try and get on as much as I can. Yesterday I didn't feel much because I was just concentrating on getting work done. It was a busy day, and then jumping back on with Steve's vehicle. But that said, hopefully he's going to come back and enjoy it. He flies back from holiday on Saturday evening, but I think they get back in late Saturday night. I doubt he'll be bothering me Sunday to get the van, but he will be back for it Monday. But I want to try and finish it today if I can, because it would be nice after such a busy week to kind of have a bit of a break. Oh, there's car parts all over the road. Somebody's already had a crash this morning. I'm guessing it's that Clio over there with the hazards on. The old magic roundabout claims another victim of people that don't know how to drive it. I need some brekkie this morning. We're going to get I've got to get Brad round the corner at the gym. He wants a caramel latte, a big puff, and I'm going to get a latte as well. So I'm going to go pick up some breakfast this morning, and I'm going to get off to the shop. I will see you soon. Ow, don't do that, Alex. See you in a bit. Morning guys, how are we doing? Just thought I'd throw an extra one in the mix because why not, right? So little Mercedes, smaller version than mine, short wheelbase, not the long wheelbase that I've got, but he came in to see me because his standard radio is beautiful. We needed to sort that out, so instead we've gone with a CarPlay and Android Auto Pioneer. Funnily enough, I had the job for another car, or I had the stuff from another car that was booked in and then stitched. So right on schedule. So rather than saying no, we've ploughed on and got it done. Let's turn that on. I've done a reversing camera on this one too. But yeah, we're now not using that. Instead, ye old trusty Pioneer. There he is. Should have steering controls working with this one too. We do. And reverse camera should also be on. Microphone in the middle, dab aerial over there, USB in the glove box, all of the norm stuff that we have. We'll get this one finished and then jump back on with the transit van.
I'm going to try and protect the identity of this person a little bit, but I actually met
Reverse camera's all good. Right, let's get it in the dash. And then get off to my COVID jab. Yay! See you in a bit. There we go guys, done. Now we're going to jump back on with the transit van. Let's get that finished. Or do a bit before lunchtime and then we've got to go for a jab. Jibber jab. See you in a bit. Right guys. So we're just getting ready to go for the China jab. Making headway. Got our ins and outs sorted. Amp is pretty much in. Plug for the inputs is done. Screw everything down. Cable tie everything up so it looks all nice and neat. Then we've got to start this bit. Then it's pretty much turn it on and have a listen. And put the door cards back on. Happy days. Looking sweet. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so yeah, here he is. So seats are back in, all the cabling is done, tidied up. I am just going through basically the tools, sorting out the door cards, little cups obviously with all my screws and bits and bobs which I've taken apart for the doors. That needs to go back in. We are pretty much set up. We'll have a little listen after everything is back in. But it sounds super nice. Really impressed. Inside the seats, we've got the stupid seat covers. There we go. So the sub and the equipment, 2 crossovers, left channel, right channel, bridged amplifier, and then the JL10 slimline. Sounds really nice. It's it's got like a really meaty sound. Sometimes you get with crossovers, everything sounds a bit too bright, a bit too in your face, especially with tweeters on the dash right up high like that. But it's got a really nice correct sound. Sounds really meaty, really good, and the doors are certainly solid. I can't wait for him to pick it up, to be honest. But I've been having a little play, little listen. In the back, let me grab the old torch. Obviously we've still given him space to get pipework through there, so we can still use long lengths, and then our sub amp just tucked away there. But it does sound really cool, so I'm going to get the door cards on, finish up, have a hoover, tidy up. The heavens have just opened, we've got some biblical thunder going on, so hence why the lights have come on. But we're cracking on. I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Right then, boys. Jesus Christ, what a day. We're done. We're done. Let me just turn this down. Or off. That works too. So he's finished. Transit is done. I've been messaging Steve throughout the week, sending him pickies, and he's excited. He's got a few days left of holiday. But yeah, he's back together, all done and dusted. No sound through the doors. They feel. They're dead, proper dead. Not like the bonnet or the wing. They're really dead. So inside, now we're back together. There's our dash, there's our speakers. Checked all of this. So a little, on a side note, what did I do with the torch? Is it still on the floor? Yes, I did. So here's something you can do. Once you're kind of measured and you think you're about right, turn your torch on and then inspect the edge of the rubber ring for the speaker to make sure nothing's folded over it. And these, perfect. Even if I do say so myself. Interior wise, we've got all our cable tucked up out of the way. Subwoofer, amplifiers, crossovers, a little tidy on the wiring. Can I say that's job done, boys? Happy days. Sounds amazing. Really good. Other Merc has just been picked up. My job from this morning. He's happy too, which is always good. Watches the videos. Obviously had his van done, and he just said it's weird being here because obviously you watch it on TV and then you come to the place that it's at. So that's kind of funny. But we're done, finished. Tomorrow, I've got a bit of a weird one. We did have 2 jobs. One of them's cancelled a few days ago, and then this morning the other one cancelled. So Saturday was kind of like a last chance saloon for finishing the transit. I didn't know how the COVID jab today was going to affect me, but I feel all right, touch wood. I feel okay at the minute. So technically we've got a free day, so I don't know, I might have a line. Might not come into work, I don't know. I might go and do something else for a change, but we'll see. Got a bit of a headache, but I don't know whether that's just stress from, you know, all the other stuff, work and things like that. But I appreciate everyone's kind support nonetheless. I'm going to pack my stuff up, get my ass home, and I will see you maybe in the morning. Who knows? See you soon, guys. Ta-da.